Welcome to Street Talk. I'm Loretta Rose. I'm excited you joined today's show. My special guest is going to be on today, and she has created a guide in the form of a book for parenting. I think it's awesome. So please stay tuned. Our special guest will be on right after this. It's Street Talk with Loretta Rose, and you're watching it here on Beam TV. Thank you again for joining us today here on Street Talk. And our special guest is an author out of the Tri-City community area, and her name is Tieshan Bryant. She is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on, and I want to say thank you for being patient because we have been trying to get you on for some time. And I am just super proud of you because you are in the field of social work.
Yes, ma'am.
And very passionate about it. And I don't think a lot of time people get to see the hearts behind those that serves families.
Right.
You know. So when did social work start for you?
Wow, social work started for me when I was young, when I was like really young. I had some cousins who were going through different things within the system, and they would come to us. So it really started there for me. That was the starting point. But what really put the icing on the cake was being pregnant at 13 and have to utilize different services and seeing the help that other people gave.
Wow.
Yes,
I know those that are watching, and you're probably like, what? Yes.
Right.
Yes. After hearing this interview, you are going to be inspired to know whatever you've had to go through, it had a purpose.
Yes, definitely.
You know all about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So you also have a nonprofit organization.
Yes,
Tell
ma'am,
us about that.
Well, my nonprofit is We Have a Purpose Incorporated.
Wow.
It is We Have a Purpose Incorporated. I started in 2014, right after I graduated from FAMU. I wanted to come back home. I saw the village had disappeared, and I wanted to come back home to help bring the village back. And it's a nonprofit that provides prevention and intervention services to at-risk youth and their families.
Wow, I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. And that's what you're doing, fulfilling. And you're helping other people to realize they have a purpose,
yes,
no
ma'am.
matter what the situation or circumstance. I love it. Now we're going to get right into it.
Okay.
Imperfectly Perfect is
Yes.
the title of your book.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about that.
Well, Imperfectly Perfect, it's simply what it is. It's okay. I had to accept the fact that I'm not perfect, but I am imperfectly perfect. And I'm okay with that. So that's really how it came about, because a lot of times as people, and especially parents, we get so caught up in being the perfect parent or the perfect person till we miss everything else around it.
Wow, that is so true. You know, because they're really not a blueprint.
Right, not at all.
You know,
Definitely
and
not.
then every child is
It's
different.
Yes.
Wow, and I'm pretty sure you've seen that.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So with Imperfectly Perfect, the book, oh my God, it's like a guide
Yes, ma'am.
that you have just kind of went step by step. What are your target goals for those that may come across this?
Okay. So with the book, like you stated, every child is different. So the book whole purpose is to let the parents know, hey, I am here for you. I am here coaching you through the process. I can't tell you how to raise your child. I can't tell you how to be the perfect parent. I can't tell you whether being an authoritative parent or different types of parenting styles is better for you, because again, each child is different. So with this book, I break it down in 3 different steps on your parenthood journey. So I focus on the parent in parenting. So in order for the parent to show up as a parent, we must first show up as a person. So I target love, support, being a better you, accepting who you are, and getting back to the roots of everything as far as values and things of that nature.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Wow, I love that. I noticed you mentioned about talking about 3 steps on
ma'am.
parenthood,
Yes.
on the parenthood journey. Without telling them everything, give us just a little snippet of the 3 steps.
The 3 steps is basically a better you, support, and accepting who you are.
Wow, wow.
Those
wow,
are the
wow.
3 steps.
Wow.
And within those 3 steps, there are many steps. So that's the meat of it, the many steps of those 3 main steps.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
I love that. Wow. So, Imperfectly Perfect, 3 steps on the parenthood journey. I love
Yes.
this. And I got an autograph copy. I love this.
Yes.
So, with you serving families, children, with your profession, I'm pretty sure you came across some things that
Right.
some families just trying to find their way.
Very much so. So what I did was, with We Have a Purpose, I offer parenting classes. And with the parenting classes, I had to find different material to, assist this family, because many times I found out after speaking with the teenager, the issue is kind of the parent. So it's just like, okay, so how do I redirect what's going on? And I basically began to deal with the parent differently. I stopped using the different tools, and I was like, maybe I should just create a tool specifically for this. And that's pretty much what I did. A lot of time, the key ingredient to family, to parenting, to children is love.
Yes.
And that what was missing, and not knowing how to communicate in their love language.
Wow.
So that's a tidbit that's in there too.
Wow. I think that's pretty amazing.
Yes.
And when I chat with you briefly, I noticed you said you were looking for some material to help families, but
Right.
couldn't find it. So you created one.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
created one
Yes.
for these families. That's so passionate.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk more with Tieshan Bryant about Imperfectly Perfect. Stay tuned. You're watching Street Talk here on Beam TV.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Thank you again for joining us here on Street Talk, here on Beam TV, and our special guest, Tieshan Bryant, with Imperfectly Perfect. It is a guide for parents, and it encourages parents in parenting.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I really never heard a book about encouraging parents in parenting. I think a lot of times we get so focused on trying to parent the children, but sometimes the parents got to find their way with parenting.
Exactly.
And again, like we talked before, each child is different.
Right.
So the approach may be different, but you said the key ingredient, love.
Love.
Each one of them got to know that they're loved. And then sometimes I think parents feel like they lose their value as well too.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, I definitely see that a lot, especially as far as parents losing their values, especially new moms, postpartum and things of that nature. They kind of lose themselves. They've gained extra weight. They may not feel as pretty. And also my dads, I have to also say the book is definitely for them too. I also have information for the dads in the books, because many times when we focus on parenting courses or parenting coaching, we forget about dad. Dad is the main ingredient to that parenting unit as well. So I also included things in there. Hey, guy, it's okay. You may have had a child. It's okay. Now it's time for you to step up and do what it is you have to do to provide for your family.
yes.
So, and I also talk about, sometimes parents are not together.
That's true.
And it's okay. the main focus is the child. So let's focus on that baby to grow up to be a successful individual.
Well, what would you say to single parent men? Because there are some men that are single parents as well.
Right. I would definitely say to our single male parents, I send major love and support to you guys. And it's okay. Support is definitely okay to have. Be with some people of like mind. It's okay to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. The same way females ask for help for parenting, there is a lot of resources for parents who are fathers, who are single, to say the least. So it is definitely okay. Adjust your crowns, King, and rock out, because you are great as well.
I love it. I love it. Since you done said something to the men, now you know we got to say something to the ladies.
Right,
because we have a lot of women that are viewing as well that are single parents. And sometimes, you know, they feel like they are in a world all by themselves.
Yes. I must say, like I stated earlier, I was 13 and pregnant. I had my daughter when I was 14, and my main thing was support in God. My mom was there. She was like, hey, you're not the first one, you won't be the last. Mama got your back. So it is very imperative to have a great support system. If you and your family isn't close-knit, there are different networks, especially on social media. There are different groups. You may have a church home. You know, get with some people who's there to support you, who's going to be there to encourage you and uplift you. Because just because you've had a child, it does not mean everything I dreamed of, everything I wanted to do has come to a stop. That just means you may have to take a different turn to get there, but you're still going to get there, and allow that child to be your motivation to keep moving, because they are watching.
And just like you shared, you have a pretty unique story yourself, and you are a testament. You are a testament of how your situation can lead you to your purpose, your profession, how it leads you to your purpose. When you get to know Tiesha, you're going to realize everything that she have encountered, it has aligned with purpose.
Yes.
Which now I know why your nonprofit organization is We Have a Purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. I can only imagine being as young as you was as a parent. My mother was a young parent as well. She was 16. You were younger. But just like you said, shout out to your mother.
Yes.
My God, for being there and loving you through what you didn't understand and probably what she didn't understand.
Right.
But the love that she had for you and support, look at the outcome of it.
Yes.
And how old is your daughter now?
She is 15.
Wow.
Woo!
And she is amazing as well.
Yes. And I tell people all the time, and shouts out to my dad. He was there to support. His support was different because, of course, he's a male, but he didn't play about his baby. And my daughter, I tell people all the time, I was 13 and pregnant. My daughter was 13 and she was a business owner, and only God can do something like that. So it's like, hey, I thank God. By the grace of God, I am where I am today. My beautiful daughter, I love her dearly. She's a teenager.
I know. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Look at this. You are such a success story. It makes sense. Imperfectly perfect. I can only imagine what you've poured into your daughter, with her being an entrepreneur now. And I mean, she is so innovative. She's amazing. I'm so proud of her.
Thank you.
But everything that you've learned and you went through, I'm pretty sure you just poured it into her, and now look at her.
Yes, and I'm still learning.
Amen. Praise God.
And I tell them all the time, though I have a book to assist the parents, I am still learning as a parent. And I must say, I have to shout out my husband for that, because it's a balance.
Absolutely.
So and you're never too old to start learning.
And you are a great inspiration to other women that are out there, because you are a single parent.
Yes, ma'am.
And God has blessed you with an amazing, supportive husband.
Yes.
And just look, Look at it.
Look
It's
at
beautiful.
God.
Look at it. Exactly. So I hope that encouraged those that are watching. We're going to take a break and come back with the final words, from Tiesha, and let you know how you can get this book, Imperfectly Perfect. You're watching Street Talk here on Beam TV.
You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Find support for your strength. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community.
Thank you again for joining us today. We're about to bring the show to a close with our special guest author. Wow, Tieshan Bryant. Thank you so much.
Thank you again for having me.
Absolutely. This is what you love to do.
Yes.
This is what you love to do. Did you ever think, I know you said as a as a child, family would come to you and you will help people, and I do believe in the village, but did you ever see yourself being a social worker?
No, ma'am, I actually wanted to be a lawyer.
Wow, so far. Wow.
Yes.
Wow, I love it. Well, you are right where you're supposed to be.
Yes, ma'am.
Serving, blessing, and encouraging families, and that is just such a blessing. I know it's rewarding to you as well.
Yes, ma'am.
For those that are watching, they want to know how can they get the book. So first of all, let them know, I believe you say Amazon.
Yes, the book, you can purchase it on Amazon, and for anyone that's local and would like an autographed copy, you can definitely find me on Facebook, Tieshan Bryant. You can go to my website, www.Tiesha, that's Tiesha, the letter N, Bryant, BRYANT.com.
Wow, awesome. And she will autograph it because I got mine today. Thank you so much.
Yes,
and you
ma'am.
are in this Tri-City community area.
Yes. I am in the Tri-City community area, but I am from Pittsview, Alabama.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And please give Mom a shout out because that's your twin.
Yes, Tracy, I love you, Mom. David, I love you, Dad.
Well, you are really a testament of what love can do and the support of family.
Yes.
And those that get this book, you will be inspired as well. And I want other parents to realize the importance of that love, because sometime in life, and you see this with your profession, we can get so busy going and trying to make a living that you miss the most important things.
Yes. And it's the very small things that we don't pay attention to. It's what the child really yearns for.
Wow. So as we get ready to close out, I am going to let you look into that camera, speak from your heart to some parents, just encourage them however God will lead you.
All right. Well, again, I thank you. I would say, regardless of the situation that you're faced with, whether you are a first-time mom or second-time mom or first or second-time dad, do not allow the circumstance to deter you from what it is that you have your heart set. Our plan is not always God's purpose. And the things that may seem to be denied, I promise you they're only delayed. It's okay to be imperfectly perfect. I chose resilient over regret. I thank you again, and please purchase my book. I love you guys because I can, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it.
I love it. I love it. Beautiful.
Thank
I'm
you.
so proud of you.
Thank you.
God bless you. You're just spreading that love everywhere you go. Well, you heard it from the author, Tieshan Bryant.
Yes.
Imperfectly Perfect. Get this. Bless someone.
Yes.
Bless a family. Bless a single parent. Bless somebody. Wow, I love it. This is amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in today on Street Talk. Remember, life is all about what you make it. That what you put out, it will come back. Until next time, you be blessed. You've been watching it here on Beam TV.